live till I'm 3,000 years old. I want to be on another planet when I die.
Do you think that's realistic?
I could spend anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000 a year on biohacking. Here I have some more supplements.
How many?
40 to 60 pills. We have signed up for Cryonics.
So when you die,
when you freeze yourself. Yeah, the government want you sick so that you can be controllable. This is anti-organ rejection drug.
And it's what, like minus 100?
Minus 120 today.
How will I know if my skin's burning?
You're gonna feel extreme pain.
All right. I am pooing my pantaloons. In this episode of Life Uncovered, I'm meeting biohacker Leon. Biohackers take a DIY approach to hacking their own biology in an attempt to live forever. Leon's days are spent fasting for 22 hours, taking huge amounts of supplements, working out, and taking off-label prescription pills. So I'm currently in Canary Wharf, and I'm just about to meet Leon. Biohacking totally interests me, I can't lie. It requires a lot of dedication, and it feels like it could just be a big waste of time. I mean, if it's true, who doesn't want to be young forever? So I can totally see the appeal of it. My big question is like, is it just all a scam?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Ben.
Yeah, good. Nice to meet you.
Nice
How you
to
doing?
meet you as well. Thanks for letting me come.
Yeah, of course.
Show me what it takes to
Sure.
biohack.
Let me just make you a bulletproof coffee.
I've heard a lot about bulletproof coffees, but I always just thought, you know what, butter and a coffee.
Yeah, no, this is my
Not
spin on
into
it. This is the green tea powder, some turmeric.
3 different types of mushrooms.
Yep.
So why do this?
I want to live forever. It's not 180. I want to live till I'm 3,000 years old. I want to be on another planet when I die.
Do you think that's realistic?
Definitely. 100%.
You think you can realistically live forever?
The speed of innovation is exponential at this point. Every year we can't even keep up anymore.
What's it taste like? Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the mushrooms for sure.
Yeah.
Very mushroomy. I don't think I fully know your real age.
36.
You're 36,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
So we're
36.
not that different in age.
This is my bedroom.
That's a lot of oils.
Yeah, so these
Is
are...
this for your face? This is
No, these are
beauty.
to ingest.
How much of an investment is it to have this level of stuff?
Maybe around 1,000 every 45 to 60 days.
Which isn't small change, is it?
It's
You know,
not... Some people buy a Gucci bag. I'd like to just keep my health. Sleep is by far and away the best thing that you can do for your health long term.
Do you have like a specific position?
Just side sleeper, pillow between the legs to kind of align the spine.
I mean, that's quite comfortable. I mean, what are the kind of health benefits of this?
It's strictly postural. I'll typically just come out here. My wife and daughter are usually still sleeping. I will do Wim Hof breathing. I will show you an example of how I do the breathing. I'll start first and then you can just kind of jump in. I will tell you, it is extremely powerful. You can get high from doing that, from all the oxygen. This is where I make my morning coffee.
So how often are you fasting then?
Every day, except for
how long?
except for Saturday, Sunday. Usually 22 hours. You know, I'll go the entire day. I'll come home, eat at 10 p.m. after the gym.
And is that one meal?
I mean, you call it one eating window.
Are you hungry?
No, not at all. You get over it. All of the supplements down here, basically what I use for, when I work out stuff. You have your protein, your MCT oil, powdered peanut butter, some moringa powder.
One of the big questions, isn't it, I guess, is like, is it all just a money-making scheme?
I definitely think that some of it is a money-making scheme. People that know what they're doing, like me, can usually avoid the traps of that.
Yeah.
Taking the pills is simple. You take them out and you down them.
And it's what? How many?
Between 40 to 60. And that doesn't...
smells like a pharmacy.
Yeah, it smells bad. I'll put a few more in there. Grass-fed beef organs. It's really great. I love it.
Isn't there an argument that your body can only take X amount of vitamins and it'll just basically excrete the rest of it?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm fine with that happening. If part of it is wasted, fine. There is an argument for some of these vitamins that, like, in large amounts, they do have quite profound effects.
Do you struggle to handle the fact that you might die one day?
I would just say that I love my wife and daughter a lot, and I just want to spend as much time with them as possible. We have signed up for Cryonics as well. So Cryonics is when you freeze yourself.
So when you die, you're going to
So basically
suck the blood out of you.
Put some nitrogen in you.
Freeze you.
It's $120,000 for your full body. You use life insurance to fund it. So we take out $1 million on each, me and my wife.
Is it not a bit weird that this random private company is going to get $1 million from the death of you and your wife at a technology that hasn't been proven to work?
If you do it, you have 50% chance of it succeeding, right? If you don't do it, you have a 0% chance, so you're dead.
Is it relaxing living like this?
I think about death a lot. I think about all of these things, and it can be a bit exhausting.
Where's the kind of need to biohack and to live forever come from?
My parents.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad died at 86, and my mom at 70. My mom from cancer, and they didn't trust doctors. My mom, I felt that her doctors just didn't do enough to throw the kitchen sink at it. It just made me real bitter in general towards the medical establishment. So, yeah.
As part of Leon's busy biohacking routine, he takes multiple prescription pills every day, but he doesn't actually have the conditions the pills are made for. Are these prescription
drugs?
drugs?
These are prescription.
Is that legal?
It is completely. Yeah, it's completely. So
how are you getting them?
Online pharmacies, legitimate pharmacies in the United States.
Are you worried about the prescription drug element of it, just in case?
No,
maybe you take something you shouldn't. And
there's a ton of websites out there. I do the research. This is a diabetes drug. And obviously, I don't have diabetes. They've proven taking this basically reduces all-cause mortality. This is just typical over-the-counter allergy medicine with loratadine in it. Loratadine is one of the ingredients that can block a particular cancer pathway. Tadalafil, it's for your sex drive. But the real benefit of this is, again, that it lowers your blood pressure. This is a little bit more controversial. This is an anti-organ rejection drug. There is an anti-aging off-label use for this. So I take 6 tablets of this on Sunday evenings.
It's some pretty hardcore stuff, isn't it? Yeah, an anti-organ rejection, diabetes. Are you sure that the amalgamation of all of them together isn't having kind of problematic?
I'm open with my GP about it. I tell her and she advises me.
Why aren't the drug companies themselves saying, look, you can reduce your chance of cancer by taking this? Or why is Big Pharma not saying we can make millions from this?
Because they can't make billions. If you can make millions, you want to make billions, they want to make trillions. Big Pharma is not here to help you.
So I've just stepped outside of Leon's house for a second, and it is a bit wild that he's just popping random prescription pills that cannot be good for you. And obviously the big question is, is it worth it? Is he now younger as a consequence of doing these things? That's what I want to know. And yeah, I'm going to go back inside now, go to the gym with him. Can you lead me through a crash course workout?
Yeah.
I'll take a 20. There we go. And what time are you usually hitting the gym?
Around 8 p.m.
So it's the last thing you do just before you eat?
Exactly. In the future, my house is gonna be completely biohacked out. I'm gonna have the gym, the pool, the steam room and sauna. I'll have a hyperbaric oxygen tank. I'll have a cryotherapy tank.
So how much do you think you'd need to set aside to have a fully biohacked house?
Probably a few million. I'll have a reverse osmosis water system on my water tank so that I'm not bathing in water that has fluoride and chemicals in it. The government's trying to kill you with.
But are you saying that they are consciously trying to kill people?
100%. Because
or they're trying to make people sick?
If people aren't sick, you don't make money. So the government is absolutely not happy about people being healthy. They want you sick so that you can be controllable.
Who is it who's calling these shots?
The cabal, the Medicis, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds.
What, as a coordinated effort?
100%.
And how would that never make it out to the outside world?
It is in the outside world, but you gotta realize there's a class of people out there that want to be controlled.
Because the idea that there's a cabal running the world that's trying to kill us with fluoride in our water is very QAnon. That's a kind of Q kind of.
I think most biohackers are just, they think it's important to be able to control their own outcomes rather than to bury their heads in the sand. So I've just come out of his place and Ian, it feels like
the kind of biohacking world is a place that has quite a lot of people who are quite distrusting of mainstream medicine. So tomorrow I'm going to see another element of his world. He's getting some kind of facial. Then we're going to a cryogenic lab to be frozen. I've never done that before. I'm a little bit, worried about it.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Yeah,
Nice
good to see you.
Looking beautiful.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I just came from a hydrofacial.
You're glowing, absolutely glowing. So what's happening today? So I know we've got a whole day of treatments.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to my favorite biohacking clinic. It's called Human.
So there's actually something called a biohacking clinic. That's like a thing.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Well, I'm intrigued. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excited,
Yeah.
nervous. Should we
All right.
head off?
Yeah,
Let's do
let's
it.
head off. Let's go. Hey, great.
Leon, good to see you. How are you?
Pleasure to meet you.
Ben, nice to meet you
Should I
too.
call you Dr. E?
Please.
That sounds like something from a sci-fi, doesn't it?
Well, I think we are.
It does feel like we're in a sci-fi, yeah? Is this a place, so if I wanted to live forever, would this be a place I come to? Is that like a realistic ambition?
Living stronger for longer is one of our mantras.
Should we check out some of the other therapies?
Sure, why the hell not?
Shall we do ozone therapy?
Yeah, go for it. So what's going on here then?
Ozone is 3 particles of oxygen, O3. Ozone therapy is delivery of ozone, mixing it with his blood and putting that back into his system. It increases the levels of antioxidants.
So is this now going back into his blood?
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Yeah, one of the more unexpected elements of it for me is the kind of use of the kind of prescription drugs for off-label purposes. What do you think of that?
I don't use the medication myself for my patients.
Would you recommend it to a client?
We're not currently.
I guess there is a worry that maybe having a lot of that drug over a long period of time could have unforeseen consequences.
Yeah, I mean, consequences will come if they're going to come, and they won't if they're not. So only time will tell.
This is our cryotherapy suite. We're going to get you started in a second.
Is there an advantage over this to just have an ice bath?
Absolutely, yes. Because your head goes in as well. So, and you go to a lower temperature.
And it's what, like minus 100 and...
Minus 120 today.
Staying for how long? Like
3 minutes.
3 minutes,
Yeah,
okay.
but anytime.
Why 3 minutes, Dr.
The
E?
door's not locked.
Because after that, you will get burned.
Your skin will burn
Yeah.
from the cold?
Yeah.
Cold, yeah.
Okay.
So
How will I know if my skin's burning?
You're going to feel extreme pain.
All right.
So we've got some kit for you here. So gloves, socks, thermal socks under your knees, air boots.
I'm a little bit worried.
No, you're fine.
All right, let's fire it up.
I am pooing my pantaloons. This is going to be terrifying. It's like a portal to another horrible universe, isn't it?
Should we start?
Yeah.
All right, we'll start from there. You see the clock there.
Yeah.
Okay, nice deep breaths. You're going to see him disappear. Nice controlled breathing.
Oh my God. He's just disappeared. He looks like he's absolutely freezing.
Okay, nice controlled breathing is good. Yeah. Fantastic. That's 2.5. Well done, brother.
Any words of advice?
Get outside your mind.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, you ready? Let's go.
No, but I'll do it.
You're up, brother. Good luck. You're fine.
Nice deep breathing. You got this. Okay, Ben, you're entering the last 60 seconds. You're doing really well. Nice controlled breathing. Control your biology. Lift your mask down, Ben.
That is pretty chilly. That is chilly. I can't lie.
You're doing good?
All good.
You didn't smash it. Okay.
Nice.
Oh God, man.
110 degrees first time.
Yeah. When it's good, I do feel good.
Yeah, you feel
I
good.
feel alive for sure. I can't lie. It's a pretty meditative experience. Well, there you go. I'm now going to live forever. That's it.
Despite a long day at the clinic, I was still skeptical about whether this was really making any difference. It felt like it could all just be a bit of a waste of time and money. So, I had an idea.
I sent Leon what's called an epigenetic blood test. The results would be able to tell us the difference between his real chronological age and his biological age, meaning how old his cells are.
I've never done one before. We're gonna see how old I actually am.
I took the test as well, so that we could compare the results.
Trying to figure out how to hold it.
Biohacker versus non-biohacker. A couple of months later, it was time to meet again. But I noticed he looked a little bit different.
Good to see you.
So you're significantly browner than when I last saw you.
Yeah, I've been using a peptide and it upregulates the melanin in your skin. For men, it like just really increases, I guess, the virality of your sexual function. I don't know what you call it, but
It's like Viagra.
exactly.
Okay.
So that's like one of the uses, and then the tanning is the other one. So you kind of get both together, and it's just.
So you're taking it to both increase your sexual appetite.
Personally, I was just curious. I had never taken it before, and I wanted to see what it does. I don't like it, so much because it was too powerful.
Yes.
You're having like these really uncomfortable moments on the train, like
stonking erection.
Really?
Really?
It's just ridiculous,
Wow.
So I'm probably gonna be laying off of it for a while. I'm not even doing it anymore because I'm too dark already.
Great.
But,
Well, I'm excited today for this.
yeah, me too.
It's Dr. E. How you doing, Dr. E? Pleasure to see you. So you are a pro biohacker.
Yeah.
I am not necessarily a biohacker. We're going to see whose biological age is younger.
Yep.
Do you actively
Yeah.
think about this stuff?
Well, I spend a lot of time in the bathroom sticking myself with needles in the stomach, basically.
What do you think of that?
The things that we're injecting into us, we need to be very, very careful about. There could be side effects. And that's a risk that you're kind of consciously taking. I genuinely, as a doctor who came into this space to make things better, it concerns me.
Is it worth it? Because ultimately you're doing it because you want a long life, aren't you? So what if what if the consequence is the exact opposite?
I mean, at the end of the day, like I could walk out of here and get hit by a bus, or I could just not do anything and live as long as I would. Or I would say that there's a lot of people that don't do any research. I do as much as possible.
All right, I'll let you guys choose for yourself.
Okay, you go first.
Okay.
There we go. Moment of truth.
Wow.
I can't even find the page.
I'm 20.
No. Wait, I'm also 20.
What the hell? So technically that means that I won because I'm older than you.
My biological age is 12 years younger.
Oh,
Yours
wow.
is 16 years younger.
Amazing.
What?
Oh, perfect.
But Ben, it's impressive. You put up a good fight.
All right, fair enough. I'll take it.
Because he's not a
I'll
biohacker,
take
so
it.
that means his genetics are really good.
Is the effort worth 4 years of biological aging?
Maybe for Leon, if he didn't do all these things, where would he be? That's the question to ask, right? It's hard to know for sure.
What did you make of Dr. E's kind of final, I suppose, subtle warning of don't take too many things?
Yeah,
because
I mean,
it can have a negative
I
effect?
agree, and I'm very careful. I'm not mixing my own testosterone on my stove at home. I'm as safe as you can be as a pedestrian in the space, basically. So.
Okay, so I might have sadly lost the biological boxing match, but I take victory in the fact that, I don't spend hours doing this. I haven't spent thousands of pounds. And I think in reality, this journey hasn't made me want to do what Leon does. He's taking a lot of risks, and I understand why he's doing it. He wants to live for a long time. He wants to be there for his family, and I think he's a nice guy.
I understand why Leon wants to live longer. In truth, so do I. But a lot of what he's doing is unregulated and risky. And with so much of his life consumed by prolonging the future, is he really living right now?